Sagittarius, hello. Sagittarius in the house. Hello, my fellow Saggies. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tessa, and this is Truth Be Told Tarot. Okay, I'm so excited, but I'm also a little nervous because I'm doing a reading for Sagittarius, and I'm a Sagittarius. So I'm not actually nervous. I don't know what I am. I'm just weird. I'm in my fire element, like, to the 10th degree, okay? Alright. So welcome to my channel. I do spiritual guidance readings. What that means. Spiritual guidance. Oh man, loaded question. Spiritual guidance is about getting in touch with your higher self. It's about inner growth, self-love, self-care, getting to know yourself a little bit better and on a deeper level, okay? So those are the readings that I do. I don't do love readings. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I don't do career readings. I won't talk about somebody else in your life. I will only talk about you. And if somebody else pops up in your reading, I will talk about their effect on you. All right. Also, I'm not doing personal or extended readings at this point in time. I might decide to take that on at some point in the future, but at this point in time, I'm just doing general readings. So the reading might not resonate with everybody. It might not resonate with you at this point in time. It's also a timeless reading, so if you watch this video 6 months from now or a year from now, it could make sense at that point in time. It might not, okay? So it's all very, you know, energies are very fluid. They can change at the drop of an instant. They can transform into something else. And we all have free will, okay? We all have the power and the choice within us to make our own decisions, okay? Anything that I say in this reading, any advice I give, it is up to you. You have a choice. You can decide what you want to take as advice, what you want to make part of you, and what you want to let go. You know, what you want to let go. So just keep that in mind, please. And if things don't resonate, you know, leave it for somebody else. If something I'm saying where you're like, oh, I don't think that applies to me, then, you know, the reading might have been meant for another person. All right. Also, I do have a donation link that I'm posting down below in case you do want to donate or make a contribution to what I am doing here. It's definitely appreciated. Not required, but definitely appreciated. And I am using the Influence of the Angels Tarot deck. Okay. So this is the deck that brings me joy. What else? I think that's about all I really wanted to say. I mentioned this in the Leo video, but I was, when I was meditating on the fire, because when I do the readings, I do the elements together. So I do, you know, all of one sign and then another sign. So when I was meditating on the fire signs, I was singing, you know. I think that's that, like, fire in us, like, man, just ready to explode, go out into the world and, you know, just do something. You know, you gotta find, this time of quarantine, it's like, there's so much that you can do within your home. And I'm sure a lot of people are doing it. I'm sure people are taking this time to find new sources of creativity and inspiration and things to do around their house and this and that, you know. But at the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, I can cook, I can paint, I can start this project and learn something new, but I want to get the heck out. Like, I want to go outside. I want to go hang out with my friends. Like, come on. When is the bar gonna open? When is the beach gonna open? It's freaking 80 degrees outside. I'm in Chicago. Like, the Water is like a block away from me. Crazy. Crazy. All right, Sagittarius. Let's get into this reading. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, God. What the hell is this? This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I'm going to end up laughing the whole time. So I apologize. Oh, Jesus. Did I do this? Is this my fault? All right, Sagittarius. You little devil, you. Okay. Speaking of the devil, what? This is the underlying issue. Okay. The underlying issue. I think that you are feeling, I don't know, like you want to indulge. You want to indulge. You want to, you want to have some fun. You want to have some fun. You want to indulge. That could be anything, you know. Maybe you want to go party. You want to go, you know, I don't know, maybe break some rules. Maybe you want to go outside without your mask on. I don't know. Like, you want to indulge. You want to, so the devil is also about the earthly plane of existence. It's ruled by Capricorn. So it's about experiencing the material aspect of life, okay? Shopping, drinking, you know, sex, whatever. Just enjoying you feeling alive, enjoying your the physical aspect of your being. And, you know, this, you're kind of being guided by this energy a little bit of, you know, wanting to seek pleasure. Okay. Seek pleasure and, yeah, just indulge. Okay, seek pleasure. So that is your underlying issue. Okay. Your motivation for seeking spiritual guidance. Your motivation to go within. Your motivation to get to know what's going on a little bit deeper. You have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is Libra energy. And she is guided by the element of water on top of the element of the suit which she inhabits, which is swords. So that's going to be water and air. Okay, so this is a queen who has felt pain. Okay, she has been hurt in the past by relationships. She has been in relationships with other people. She has been in a position that has caused her immense amounts of pain. So she feels very deeply, and she's deeply emotional. Maybe she doesn't show her sensitivity on the outside, but she's deeply emotional, yet she is driven by a more intellectual approach, and she is motivated by a more direct and action-oriented and kind of progressive, forward-thinking, intellectual way of communicating and a way of being in the world. So this is your motivation. Your motivation is being guided by kind of like this inner pain. Maybe something that has hurt you in the past, something that has broke your heart in the past, but you're being motivated to transcend it. You're being motivated to reach a higher level of understanding and a higher level of clarity and a higher level of kind of communicating these things that you're feeling in this pain. Okay. In the position of what you're feeling disheartened by, what's kind of like, maybe like pulling you back, you have the world. The world is represented by the planet of Saturn. Okay. The world is represented by Saturn. And Saturn is about work. It's about social status, ambition. Okay. Now the world card is kind of it is a positive card in the sense of, kind of seeing the bigger picture in terms of where we're at. So we're on Earth right now, okay? This is not like a universe card. It's more about Earth and seeing the bigger picture of our planet and of the better interest of everybody in mind and the best intentions for a more holistic kind of wholesome approach, so that you can come for full circle and feel a sense of joy in what you have done, and feel a sense of joy in being able to provide this more almost like philosophical way of thinking, to where you're embracing a bigger aspect of existence that includes more people and includes more community into your world, and to make it whole. Okay, this is the very last card in the major arcana. So this is the end. Okay, so when the Fool, which is 0, goes on his journey, he goes through all the major arcanas to reach the end. And the World is the very last card. So it's kind of like he's gone through the journey to reach the end, and he's found all these people along the way who have helped him along the way, and now he comes to the end, which is the world, and he's kind of like gained the whole world. Okay, he's met this person, he's met that person, he has like the world in his fingertips, but it's like, now what, right? Or it's like, what comes next, or what? It's almost like obtaining the whole world and then transcending it, like floating above it and being like, I have, I'm a mermaid, because the world and the earth is grounding energy, but it's like once you've obtained the whole world, or once you, and this is metaphorically speaking, like once you have felt successful on your journey, okay, and you've received fulfillment on your path, you can almost like be whatever you want to be after that, you can be a mermaid, you can be an angel, I don't know, and metaphorically speaking, okay, I don't know if this is making sense to you guys, but so the fact that it is in the position of what you're feeling disheartened by, it's kind of like you're... Oof. Sagittarius. And the interesting thing is the devil and the world go hand in hand. Like, these two major arcanas are related both to Capricorn, okay? So this is definitely about a grounding energy and the material aspect of spirituality, which is earth. So I think that you're a little just kind of disheartened by maybe how the world will perceive you, okay? How the world will, how you taking on this new venture within you or this new journey, how you're going to be looked at and what people will think and how people will react, how they'll feel about this, or I think maybe you're also a little worried, okay? You're a little scared. You don't know what it will bring. You don't know what this new path is going to bring. Okay. You don't know what this new path is going to bring that you want to go down. And you're just a little bit scared. This could also be the underlying issue. I know that in the beginning I said that the devil is kind of like about indulgence, and it is. It's about pleasure and indulgence for sure, but there's a lot of fear tied to the devil, okay? There's a lot of kind of deep fear because this is tied to the earth. This is tied to the physical plane and about bondage. And because it is ruled by Capricorn, Capricorn is about kind of structure and discipline and being bonded to the material side of things. You might fear like restricted in some way. I think you feel just a little bit of fear. Okay, just a little bit of fear. Especially with this being in this position and the world being in this position. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. We're going to move on. So in the position of outside influences and an outside sort of energy, you have the Knight of Swords. And this could be a person, okay? This could specifically be a person that you know, that you're friends with. It could be a romantic interest. I don't feel that way. I feel it more as like, this is a Gemini card. And the reason I find this interesting, the reason I feel like this is more of an energy rather than a person, is because the Knight of Swords is a Gemini card, and I don't know if you guys study like the South nodes and the North nodes and how that plays into what we're experiencing today astrologically. And I don't want to get too deep into it. You can do some more YouTube research about it, but we are currently so your South node is the sign that you're born into, right? So if you're Sagittarius, Your north node is going to be Gemini. So whatever sign you were born into, your north node is the exact opposite sign of what you were born into. And typically your north node is your like true calling, right? Okay. So your north node is what so you're already born into your south node. You were born into Sagittarius. So you already have all these traits inherently within you. These like Sagittarian type of traits. And the opposite of that, which is Gemini, is kind of like what you need to work towards, okay? Like that is it's almost like the most difficult aspects to acquire within your personality. But it turns out that exact opposite is actually the catalyst for you to discover your divine purpose, okay? So this is like in astrology, and Gemini is about communication. It's about using your words to communicate with the world. It's about using your intellect and really kind of, you know, putting forth that air energy, that sword energy, that decision making, and, you know, being very intellectual in your process. And that is what you're motivated by. You're motivated by the swords, which is air energy. Sorry. So when I see this as the outside energy, and we're in Gemini right now. And we just so happen to be crossing over from Sagittarius into Gemini with the nodes. I'm not going to go any further than that in explaining how the nodes work because I am not a professional. But if you want to look into it, it's very, you know, it's like significant to the time that we're in right now. Okay, so we're in kind of like this Gemini time where people are going to focus more on information and communication and the intellect and how we receive information, how we obtain information, okay? So this is kind of like the outside influence, this Gemini energy with the Knight of Swords. So I think that you are feeling it. I think that you're feeling this need to communicate and use your intellect. To go after what you want and to express yourself. To express yourself with that kind of energy. With that kind of like sword energy, that intellectual energy. So you can go after new projects, go after the things that you want in life. Make decisions more informatively. Okay? All right. As your advice card, you have the King of Cups. So, the King of Cups, this is a Scorpio card. All kings are guided by the air element on top of the element of their suit. Okay, this is air with water. This king, who is guided by Scorpio energy, is very, very intuitive, very deep within himself. He likes to feel the depths of his emotions and kind of examine the more morbid, you could say, mysteries of life, you know, the depths of existence, the mystery, he's kind of like, he's kind of poetic and prophetic in a way, with his intuition. And he always seems like he's in this deep state of meditation and contemplation, but this is just kind of who he is. Okay, this is kind of just who he is. You know, he's still a very loving king and affectionate. Okay, he cares about his people, maybe a little too deeply. He feels it very deeply, how much he cares. And he's very intuitive, okay? He's very, very intuitive with those deeper mysteries. And he is led by the major arcanas of death and judgment. So this is about transformation as well, okay? It's kind of like going through these inner transformations and coming out the other side stronger, more in tune, like more knowing within you. And also, but as a king, you have to know intuitively your surroundings as well. Okay. So with this as your advice card, it's telling you that you need to go deeper. You need to go deeper. So that you can be a more intuitive leader as well. Because you already have the fire, you have the inspiration, you have the drive, the ambition, you have the motivation of the air energy. But you need to become more in touch with your intuition and your inner, and you might have to go through some inner deaths. You might have to go, by going deep within you, it's naturally going to be transformative because you might come across some deeper things. The Scorpio is very much about transformation and about kind of going through these mini deaths within them, like an ego death, you know, to come out the other side stronger and kind of like more in your personality, more in your like you know, in your element, and knowing that it's okay to not always have to be so fiery and energetic, and kind of like being okay with just being with yourself and being okay with just feeling your intuition and being grounded within yourself and like kind of following your inner voice or inner sense of knowing in order to make decisions that will best serve you. Don't worry too much about the world right now. I mean, that might be like a driving force, that might be a motivational, it could be part of what is motivating you to kind of be a leader. This ambition, this drive, this kind of bigger picture mentality that you have. But first, you need to go within and establish a more interconnected sense of being, where you can kind of bring these different energies into balance before you take action. All right. The best way to move forward from this, we have the Six of Wands. And this is a Leo card. This is Jupiter in Leo. So this is your planet in the Leo sign. This is Jupiter in Leo. So Six of Wands is about claiming your victory. It's about claiming your victory. And it's about leadership and being a source of inspiration for others. Being that beacon, that light that others look up to. Okay. However, I think that this Six of Wands in this position is kind of just, I think it's asking you to come back down to earth. Like, you can claim your victory, okay? Because you know, Jupiter is about expansion. Jupiter is about this inner, you know, like this sense of abundance and inner expansion, to feel more like whole within yourself and to kind of claim this abundant energy. It's asking you to do that, but in a more watery element. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, do that but more using your intuition. Be a leader and a source of guidance, but intuitively. Not just like fly off the seat of your pants. I have the wand in my hand. My torch is lit. I am the victor. Okay? Not for the wrong reasons. Like, do it. You can still be a source of guidance for others, but you need to get in touch with your intuition more. You need to go deeper. Okay? You need to go deeper. And you need to get in touch with your intuition so you can be a more, a deeper version of that leader. If that makes sense. Like a more hearty, loving, nurturing kind of leader. Not just like, follow me, I know the way, you know? I really do think and believe that this time of quarantine is really just like, we're all so, you know, before quarantine happened, I think we were all so much in our element and in our, like, ego, that we're kind of being forced to, you know, and everybody is indoors, so it's almost like the energy, we're sharing energy. I feel like we are sharing each other's energy in a new way. And maybe, you know, you're feeling different things, and you know, you're forced to go within, you're forced to look within yourself and to discover new things about yourself and to be with yourself in new ways. Okay? That doesn't mean that you don't still have that fire element in you. That doesn't mean you don't still have that fire element in you. But, you know, it's always good to work on things that you within you that maybe you're not so familiar with, that you're not so familiar with, and to understand it a little bit better, you know? Understand yourself better. Understand your intuition, your emotions. Because Sagittarius, I mean, you have a big heart. Okay? So, you just, be a leader, be a source of guidance, but get in touch with your intuition, okay? And people can help you. There are people who look up to you. There are people who look up to you, and these people, it's kind of like you're in your leadership position, but don't forget that you can learn something from those people who are around you as well. You can learn something from them. That could be the best way to move forward at this time. The best way to move forward could be for you to see what you have accomplished up until now and the people that you have invited into your life and establish deeper connections with them. All right. Yeah, this reading is kind of heavy, y'all. I was all like, oh, this is going to be fun. Just ate my own words. All right. Next card, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, another Jupiter. This is Jupiter in Libra. So, you know, man, you're a little all over the place. You're You're here, you're there. You're a little bit of everywhere. Which makes perfect sense. Freaking Saggies. Four of Swords, you need to take a break. Yeah. You need to take a break and rest. So this is the best way to move forward in a positive light is to know that you can rest and take a break whenever you need. You got so much going on in your head. You have so many different things, ideas, and people you want to reach out to, and things that you're working on within yourself. And it's like things you want to do, you want to indulge in. But know that the angels have your back and that Jupiter's got your back. Like, you can put down those swords. Put down the new things you're learning, the information you're taking in, the people that you're communicating with, the different ways you're trying to communicate. You can put that down whenever you need, and just close your eyes and just take a break and just rest. Take a moment for yourself. Take a moment to just feel your heartbeat, to let the angels bless you while your eyes are closed. And just kind of meditate and, feel that deep inner knowing, okay? Feel your heart. Feel the expansiveness of it and how it grows. And take in those deeper mysteries of life. Allow yourself to transform. Allow yourself to reach new heights with your intuition, with your heart, with a deeper sense of knowing that you got this. Okay, so take that time for yourself. And know that there are people. Know that there are people around you, okay, who will help you, who will be there for you. Okay? For your final outcome, you have the Judgment card. Okay. You have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a Pluto. This is good. It looks a little scary, the card. Looks like she's kind of begging the angels, like, oh, please, please don't do this to me. Things are not always what they seem, okay? Judgment, with this being influenced by Pluto, okay? This is about it almost looks like she's begging for mercy. You know, she doesn't want to be judged. She doesn't want to be criticized for her actions, for what she's doing. She doesn't want to be she's trying to find her higher self. You know, she's afraid of being judged. Fear. Okay, fear maybe of being judged by others. Fear of rejection by the world. Fear of being rejected by the world. Oh, Sagittarius. This is heavy. But the angels are lifting her, okay? Look, I know that my camera is not the best, okay? But you see the angels down below holding her legs? And she's praying. They're lifting her. They're lifting her to newer heights, to higher heights. This is all about transformation. It's all about getting rid of the old to embrace something new. To embrace a new way of feeling, of being, of becoming. Okay, Pluto, the planet Pluto, and yes, it's a planet if we're talking about astrology, okay? All about transformation, death, rebirth, rise of the phoenix, okay? Coming up from the ashes, reborn, getting a new sense of awareness, a new sense of clarity. Original motivation, the Queen of Swords, all about clarity. So she can be the best source of communication and guidance and experience for others. Okay, air energy is about clarity in your communication, clarity of intellect. And that was your original motivation. So it's like, and the universe is helping you. The universe is helping you. It's allowing these transformations to take place so you can become a more heightened version of yourself, a transformed version of yourself, a enlightened, okay? Yes, enlightened version of yourself, okay? Like, it's like she's looking at her spirit self, and she's not praying to a god, she's praying to her, like, higher self. Like, please help me. And the angels are helping her help herself. You know what I'm saying? The angels are helping her help herself. So it's all about trusting your higher self, okay? Transforming into a higher state of being and then trusting it. Trusting that you are being guided by a higher sense of self, a higher sense of purpose. If you believe in God and whatever you believe in, a higher being, a more spiritual way of life, you know, a higher connection to the universe, a higher connection to yourself, to people around you, you know, dot, 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 on and on and on. So this is your final outcome, which is so empowering. And Pluto is all about power. Pluto is all about power. Very empowering. Okay? Sagittarius. God. Alright. I hope that this helped you guys. Well, see, this was fun. This was fun. Alright, bye guys. Love you. Mwah.